Deception, movie review. So this is a 2008 movie starring Ewan McGregor and Hugh Jackman. I stumbled upon this movie when I was living in Japan, and because I had been living in Japan, I hadn't really heard anything about it. I was in the DVD DVD rental store, looking for a movie to watch that night, and I found this. I'm like, I haven't heard of this. Mystery suspense thriller movie, according to the cover jacket. Yeah, okay, looks interesting. It's got Ewan McGregor in it. I like him. Hugh Jackman, I like him. This looks like it will be interesting. So I rented it and then got home, and for whatever reason, before I popped it in, just because I had never heard anything about this movie before, I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and yeah, people do not like this movie. It's got 11% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, meaning like 89% bad reviews. And the reviews for this movie were just savage. It was not a very well received movie. But I already had it. This was my entertainment for the night, so I popped it in. It starts off well. The first few moments actually pulled me in. Ewan McGregor plays a lonely accountant without any friends. Hugh Jackman is a charming, successful lawyer who, for some reason, is overly solicitous of Ewan McGregor's friendship. Well, where was this going? I was mildly intrigued, so I decided to sit through a bit more. Maybe the critics were wrong about this movie after all. About halfway through, I realized that, yes, this movie actually is as bad as everyone says it is. But at that point, I was halfway through it, so I decided to just sit through and watch the whole thing. So, the big problem with this movie is the plot. There are so many plot holes, contrivances, incredible coincidences. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole comprehensive list. It would be way too long. The internet being the internet, I'm sure that list is out there somewhere on somebody's blogs. Somebody probably has CinemaSins probably did a number on this movie. I don't know. But, I mean, really, you don't need me to detail all this. If you just sit down and watch the movie for yourself, it's very obvious. All the plot holes and contrivances are very easy to spot. On the plus side, the acting is good. So Ewan McGregor really did sell me on this character as a lonely accountant. He plays the character so well that it's quite easy to see how somebody like him could fall so easily for Hugh Jackman's charm. And for that matter, Hugh Jackman did a very good job of playing the charmer. He was friendliness personified. As he invited McGregor out, he laughed at all McGregor's jokes. He was showing him every kindness, all at the same time, without being creepy about it, like maintaining a casual attitude. Like, this is just the kind of guy he is. This is the kind of thing he would do for anybody. My only big complaint acting-wise is the accents. Now, Ewan McGregor is a Scottish actor. He's played American characters before. In fact, he does it constantly, and he's done well before. But for whatever reason, in this movie, his New York accent was not good. I don't know. And then there's the script. Now, the actors do a good job, but you just can't get away from the fact that the dialogue is pretty awful. The romantic scenes, the dialogue for that ends up coming out pretty horrible as well. And then the characters end up doing and saying a lot of things that just don't make any sense. Still, it's not the worst movie I ever saw. I wouldn't recommend it per se, but it did mostly hold my attention while I was watching it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it though.